Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, kitty.
Meow. Meow.
Here, Puss. Where are you, Puss? Here, Puss. Ah, there you are. Always napping in the warm sun. Don't you know what day this is? This is the day I find out what father has left me. The lawyer's been out of town until today.
Tom!
It's Jeanette and Louisa.
Where are you, brother?
Here I am, sisters. I've been talking to father's cat.
Father's cat's be back at the mill, catching mice. Any sign of Gabrielle?
I don't see her.
I don't know why we couldn't go to the lawyer's office.
Gabrielle said she's the one who had to go.
I know what Gabrielle says. She may be older than us, but we're older than you.
I'm older than father's cat, but where does that get us?
What do you think father's left you?
I'm hoping for the mill. After all, I am the man of the family now. If not the mill, surely the donkey.
Father was a poor man.
He did not have very much to leave.
The mill's more than enough. What's that?
It's the donkey. He's in the vegetable patch.
We've got to stop him. He'll eat every head of cabbage. He loves cabbage.
He'll kick down the fence. He may be strong, but he has no sense.
Why don't you help?
Such a useless cat.
Good for nothing.
Don't fall behind, Rosalind. He may be following.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can, Mother.
Faster! I'm quite out of breath.
Meow.
What was that? It's a cat. A rather large cat. Thank you. Most kind. I must be losing my mind. Thanking a cat.
Oh, I think I saw him. I think I heard him.
You must stop giggling, Rosalind. It's not seemly.
I only do when I don't know what to say. I only do when I'm nervous.
That's most of the time.
Oh.
Now what?
I don't want to marry him. I don't want to live in this terrible castle. I don't want to be the bride of the great ogre.
The great ogre!
Who's there?
Who said the great ogre?
You're giggling again.
I just remembered. I'm the one who said it.
Yes, you said it. I heard you. But I distinctly heard another voice.
There's nobody else here except that mangy old cat.
Gabrielle, is that you? Oh, your pardon, ladies. I thought I heard my sister.
I'd much rather marry him.
Don't talk nonsense, Rosalind. He's a peasant.
I'm a miller's son, milady, and proud of it.
I have my breath back. What is your name, peasant?
Tom.
Tom what?
Just Tom.
Just Tom. That's an unusual name. I like it.
How far are we from the sea?
A few leagues in that direction.
We hope to find a ship that will carry us away.
Are you ladies in some sort of trouble?
The worst sort of trouble. The great ogre wants me for his wife.
The great ogre.
Quiet.
Quiet. Shh. Shh.
He could be listening.
He could be watching us this very minute.
I'm sorry to hear such awful news.
That won't help much, will it? I foolishly borrowed money from him, the dreadful man. If he even is a man. Who knows what he is?
He can change his shape, you know.
I didn't know.
He can turn himself into any sort of creature.
Even a lion.
Lion?
Even a bear.
Bear.
Even a hippo. Hippo.
Hippopotamus?
No, hypocrite.
When I told the monster I couldn't pay back his money, he said he would claim my daughter for his wife.
Isn't that disgusting?
Why would he want to marry your daughter? I mean, what's so special about her?
You are an insolent boy. Nevertheless, I shall tell you. The great ogre is fond of...
Yes?
Giggles.
Giggles.
Imagine me, a countess, a woman of noble birth, a leader in society, mother-in-law to the great ogre. The shame, the embarrassment, what would the neighbors think? Escape is the only option.
We didn't dare ride in a coach. We didn't dare ride side saddle on horseback.
That would only attract attention. The great ogre's eyes are everywhere. Watching.
Watching.
I'm sure everything will turn out for the best.
For the best? What a stupid thing to say.
I was only trying to make polite conversation.
Don't try so hard.
Are you sleeping, Brother Tom?
You'll have to excuse me, ladies. That is my sister Gabrielle returning from town. She sounds very happy indeed. No doubt she's brought me good news. Ladies.
I like him. I do.
That is neither here nor there. Besides, I told you before, he is a peasant.
Better a peasant than a pest like you.
Did you hear someone, Rosalind?
Yes, I did.
If you ask me, one of Tom is worth 10 of you. I'd appreciate appreciate it if you hurried along to the seashore. I'm particular about who stays in my woods and who goes. And as for you, I am not mangy.
It's him, the
Great Ogre!
He's changed himself into a cat! Feline!
Roar!
Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother Tom, Brother Tom.
What did the lawyer say?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would.
Achoo!
Bless you, Gabrielle.
That miserable cat must be around here somewhere. I'm allergic to cats. Oh, that's better. Achoo!
Bless you again. Tell me about the will.
Tom, the strangest thing just happened. Two ladies of great quality came running by the mill. They were screaming. A great ogre was after them.
Gabrielle, at last, you're back.
Here's Father's will.
I'll have to know sometime, sister, so it might as well be now. What do I get?
What do I get?
What do I get?
If you're so curious, I shall read it to you.
You don't know how to read. Neither do we.
Tom's the only one who can read.
I memorized what the lawyer said.
It would be faster if I read the will.
I told you, I memorized what the lawyer said. Gabrielle gets the mill, Jeanette and Louisa get the donkey.
Let me see that.
You won't be satisfied till you do.
Since it is unlikely that my eldest daughter will find any man willing to put up with her bullying ways, she will be married to the mill.
You get the mill, Gabrielle.
Told you so.
To my middle daughters, Jeanette and Louisa, I leave my faithful donkey. Is my hope that the donkey and the mill will work together?
Poor Tom.
Father didn't forget Tom. Read on, brother.
To my son, Tom, I leave what's left, my cat.
That's all. The cat?
That's all. The cat.
Some joke.
I'm sorry, Tom. I shouldn't laugh. It's just, I can't help it. The cat!
The only thing that cat is good for is making me sneeze, and that's bad.
Go on, laugh yourself silly. Well, you, my sisters, can earn your money by working the mill together. What about me?
What about you?
Once I even fought Eden's father's cat and made myself a hat out of its fur, I must die of hunger.
That's your problem. You can't hang about the mill. I won't have it. Off you go, brother. Find some way to make your way in the world.
Goodbye, Tom. We'll miss you.
But we have the donkey to worry about.
Achoo!
It's a good thing you're not allergic to donkey pelt.
Make my way in the world easy for you to say. What a wretched thing it is to be poor, to have no prospects, to have 3 mean older sisters.
Never fear, sir. You will never go hungry. You need only get me a sack and a splendid pair of boots. I'll need the boots for tramping through the woods.
You can talk.
All cats can talk when and if the occasion arises. This is such an occasion.
I always knew you were clever. I've seen you play so many tricks to catch the mice.
Swing by my paws from the rafters, hiding in the flour. Ah, well, we all have to grow up someday.
Maybe these will be of use, brother.
What's in the sack?
Father's boots. He never got to wear them.
That's good of you, Jeanette, but they would never fit me. Father had small feet.
In that case, maybe Gabrielle can sell them.
Stop shoving!
Why don't you fetch a head of cabbage for a journey?
If only I knew where I was going.
Jeanette, the donkey's eating the door.
The donkey's eating the door! Oh, coming, sister!
I am hungry. I'm always hungry. I will get a cabbage head, and if Gabrielle complains, well, I don't know what I'll do.
Fear not, sir. All will be well. Such fine boots. Puss in Boots. That's who I am. Puss in Boots.
Never known such a cat.
You will find you have not come off as badly as you think. I will snare a fine rabbit for your supper.
Just to make sure I won't starve, I'll get the cabbage.
I know a warren in the woods in which live a great many rabbits and hares. I'll prop open the sack with a stick and spread some tasty kernels of grain inside. A string to the stick, and when the rabbit enters the sack, caught. A cat, a wondrous cat, lively and free. That's me, Puss in Boots.
Where is she? Where is my bride-to-be! My giggling bride-to-be! Where is she? Well, dog, do you have the scent? They've come this way. Foolish, foolish countess. First she borrows money, then she refuses to give her consent to my marriage. She'll pay for that mistake. No one trifles with the great ogre without paying a terrible price. Pay attention when I speak, dog.
I'm all ears, great ogre.
I said no one trifles with the great ogre without paying a terrible price. Now move on. Find me the giggling Rosalind and her mother, the countess. Obey me! Sew me the seam, draw me the thread. For the great ogre, he'll knock off your head!
I'm afraid it's the wrong season for the kind of flowers I like best.
Still, these wildflowers are quite nice.
If you don't return to the carriage, your father wouldn't like it.
Father likes very little that I do, coachman. He thinks it's time I married, but I say I will only marry when I meet the right boy.
We should still return to the carriage, no telling what these woods harbor.
Woods are woods. What could be this? Is that you, Countess Rosalind?
Princess Pam, Prince Edmund.
Is something wrong?
Ogre.
Oh.
What language is that, princess?
Olga? Who's Olga? I wonder.
I don't know anyone named Olga.
Ah, Princess Pam. Prince Edmund. How nice it is to see you in this part of the kingdom. A talking cat. How uncommon.
Careful, he may be a thief in disguise.
I'm no thief, Princess Pam. How is it that you know me? From my days in the city, when I was a kitten, when all I thought of was a saucer of cream. Yes, now I remember you. My father, the king, and my mother, the queen, are traveling across the kingdom. We're staying at the chateau on the hill. We've never been in this part of the kingdom before.
Tomorrow, we're traveling to the seaside.
I don't like the looks of this fellow.
Put away that sword. Anyone can see that this is no ordinary cat. Look at those boots.
Puss in Boots.
That's my name, at your service. How opportune that you chanced by. How so, Puss in Boots? Because my owner bid me visit the chateau on the hill and offer his compliments. He told me to present this rabbit to your father. A gift. A fine, fat rabbit it is, too. You can be assured I will tell my father of your owner's generosity. How did your owner know the king dotes on rabbit? My owner knows everything there is to know about anything. There's only one thing the king likes better than rabbit. That's partridge.
And who is your owner, my talkative mousetrap?
Who else but, the Marquis of Carabas. The Marquis of Carabas? That's as good name as any. I don't believe I've heard the name. I should like to meet him one day. He appears to be a thoughtful gentleman. He is. You have my word on that. Thoughtful and handsome and young.
If we don't return to the chateau, your parents will worry.
Yes, coachman, take the sack. Please extend my appreciation to your owner, the Marquis. It shall be done. Till we meet again, Puss in Boots. Until then, Princess Pam.
Bye.
Meow.
I always said you were clever, but I never thought bold and brazen and quite mad. The Marquis of Carabas?
I think the name suits you. Didn't you like the princess?
Like her? How could I not? Her voice is like sweet music to me. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. What does it matter? My future waits. All hunger and want.
He thinks the will have served him ill. I'll prove him wrong.
What chance would a poor miller's son have with a lovely princess?
Anything can happen in this life. Anything at all. Would you like to meet the princess?
Is such a thing possible?
Is such a thing possible, sir? You bet your boots!
Work. Up early in the morning to bed late at night.
Still, it's better than starving.
Times are hard and work is not easy to find. I couldn't leave these fields if I wanted to. Ugh, the fields belong to the Great Ogre and so do we. Once you belong to the Great Ogre, you can't get away.
Well, we mustn't stand here chattering as if we don't have anything to do. Get to work!
The sea, we must reach the sea.
I don't think we're ever going to see the sea.
Eh? What's this?
You there, peasants.
Your ladyship. What? Oh, your ladyship.
A peasant always knows a great lady when she sees one.
What a terrible night. I didn't sleep a wink. I don't like using leaves as a blanket.
First I slept with one eye open. Then I slept with the other eye open. Then I slept with both eyes open.
We're expecting someone, lady.
Have you ever heard of the great
Ogre?
We work for him.
Oh!
Work. Early in the morning to bed late at night.
But we have it better than those poor creatures he locks up in his castle.
He works them until they're nothing but skin and bone.
Shocking.
There's nothing to be done about it. No one dares go against the will of the great ogre.
I think we've already been this way.
I don't think so.
I'm certain of it.
Well, we must tend to our work. Good day, finally.
Oh, my lady, I wouldn't let your friend giggle like that.
She's my daughter.
If the great ogre heard those giggles, he'd want them for his castle.
Mother!
He's quite partial to giggles.
I'm well aware of that.
I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. I'm so frightened.
There, Rosalind. Chin up.
I pity anyone who's taken to the great ogre's castle, especially people who owe money.
What happens to them?
He throws them into a deep pit.
Oh,
I could offer you a potato.
Please.
we're not hungry. We're famished.
Well, that's too bad, because all the potatoes in the fields belong to the great ogre.
So, although we could offer you a potato, we can't.
All right, we're done here. Let's go.
Which way to the sea?
I'm afraid the great ogre doesn't like us giving out information like that to strangers. Work.
Alas, there is no escape.
Enough whimpering. Enough cowering and shaking. We've trembled enough. Whatever else the great ogre is, he's a male. All males are alike. All a woman has to do is look a male straight in the eye and he turns to marshmallow. Repeat after me, daughter. We are not afraid of the big bad ogre.
We are not afraid of the big bad ogre?
Again,
We are not afraid of the big bad ogre.
Where is she? Where is my giggling bride-to-be?
It's him.
He's found us.
The great ogre. What are we going to do? He's almost here.
There's only one thing to do. What? Scream and run.
You're leading me on a not-so-merry chase, dog. Are you sure you're on the scent?
Yes.
Foolish Countess. While we're in the neighborhood, I might as well search for some new servants. The great ogre can never have enough servants. What are you waiting for, you miserable cur? Thanks! In all the world, there is no one more powerful than the great ogre!
Nice little partridge. Good little partridge. Nice little partridge. A lovely gift set before the king.
Hey, we saw what you did.
What did I do?
You took a partridge that doesn't belong to you.
A partridge in the woods belongs to whomever can catch it.
Not when the partridge belongs to the great ogre.
The great ogre, yes, that's why I'm here. He sent me.
He did?
Yes, he did. Listen carefully or you'll be punished.
Punished? We haven't done anything. Have we?
That's reason enough to be punished as far as the great ogre is concerned. The king will pass this way on his journey to the seashore. If you should ask who owns the nearby fields, you'll tell him they belong to the Marquis of Carabas. Can you remember that?
Think so. I will tell the king that the fields belong to the Marquis of Cranberry.
Carabas!
Caraway. Caribou. Canary?
Carabas!
Carabas. I won't forget Monsieur Puss, but why does the great ogre want us to lie?
It is not in your place to question the motives of the great ogre. But if you do not tell the king that all the land hereabouts belongs to the Marquis of Carabas, you should be cut up into mincemeat.
Mercy, Monsieur Puss, mercy!
You know what you ought to do. No more need be said. You see the great ogre's castle? If anyone asks, you will tell them it belongs to the Marquis. Understand?
The castle belongs to the Marquis of Carabuncle.
Carabas!
Carabas, forgive her.
Off you go, and don't forget.
I won't.
Marquis of Cashmere?
Marquis of Castle. Marquis of Cats?
So far, so good.
Aha, there you are, arrogant Puss in Boots.
Ah, coachman, how nice it is to see you again. Meow. And is the princess with you?
The king's carriage is nearby, and so is the princess. His Majesty would like to thank your owner for yesterday's rabbit.
I shall inform the Marquis. Present this partridge to the king. Another gift from my owner. Come, fellow, what are you waiting for? Take it.
I just like taking orders from a cat. It's not proper to my way of thinking.
From the looks of you, I'm surprised you can think.
Insults from a cat. Mind your tongue, Puss in Boots, or I'll take one of your 9 lives.
Insolent coachman.
Arrogant puss.
On guard. Meow. I thrust.
Spare me, Puss in Boots. I had no idea you were such a great swordsman.
Now you know. Touche.
Spare me, and I will praise your swordsmanship to everyone I meet.
Do not praise me, coachman. Praise my owner. For 'tis he who has taught me how to fence.
In that case, the Marquis of Carabas is the finest swordsman in the kingdom.
I return your weapon, courtesy of my owner, the Marquis.
I shall take the partridge to the king.
I've changed my mind. I shall deliver it in person. You may lead the way, shouting my owner's praise.
The Marquis of Carabas is the finest swordsman in the kingdom.
The Marquis of Carabas is the finest swordsman in the world.
In the world.
You had no right to give those boots to Tom.
You couldn't wear the wrong size.
That's besides the point. Tom got that wretched cat, and that's all he's gonna get. Besides, he's a thief. He stole a cabbage.
He was hungry.
I ought to take that donkey as payment for those boots.
Why must you be such a bully, Gabrielle? What's that?
It's only a dog.
Stupid dog, you lost them again, miserable mutt!
Someone's here.
They can run, they can hide, but I will punish the Countess and marry the giggles.
Who's that?
I mean, what's that?
I'm the great ogre, and you fall do quite nicely.
Quite nicely?
For what?
Servants of my castle, of course.
We don't want to be servants at your castle.
No.
If you don't do as I say, I shall change into a giant bird, pick you up, and drop you into the sea! Your new servants. Not bad at all.
When I heard my sisters. Puss? Where are you, Puss?
Never fear. I am near.
Where?
Here. Not a moment to waste. We must hurry. The king, queen, and princess will be here shortly.
What?
They wish to meet the greatest swordsman in the world.
Who's that?
You.
Me.
The Marquis of Carabas.
You've lost your mind.
If you will take my advice, your fortune is made. Hide your clothes and jump into the street.
Wait, what?
Leave all the rest to me.
The rest? What rest?
Don't ask so many questions. One step at a time. To work. Stop, thief!
It's a beautiful partridge.
The most beautiful I've ever seen.
They're coming! Help! Help! The Marquis of Carabas is drowning! Help! Help! My owner is drowning!
Good gracious, Red Count, what has happened?
As my owner was bathing in yonder stream, thieves ran off with his clothing.
Calm yourself, friend Cat. The royal carriage always carries extra clothing for the king. Royal clothing for the Marquis of Carabas.
Royal clothing for the Marquis of Carabas.
You find him in yonder stream.
Yonder stream.
I am anxious to meet your master, Puss in Boots.
He is most anxious to meet you, Princess Pam. I must say, yesterday he saw you from afar and was smitten as a kitten.
Ooh, smitten as a kitten.
Do you hear that, Princess Pam? An admirer.
Marquis is certainly exceptional, a fine hunter, a brilliant swordsman.
Is he rich?
The Marquis of Cucumber?
The Marquis of Cuneiform? The Marquis of Cucumber?
Did you notice those rich fields of wheat?
Only as far as I can see.
These peasants toil in those fields.
I would have a word with you peasants. There's acres and acres of rich wheat fields. To whom do they belong to?
Speak up, peasants. You're speaking to the queen. I'm the king. This is my daughter, the princess, and my son, the prince.
Answer my question, peasants. Who owns those rich fields? Those rich fields belong
Marquis
to
of Cinnabar.
The Marquis of Cincinnati. The Marquis of Caramel.
Carabas!
Carabas.
The Marquis of Carabas.
Excellent.
A rich admirer.
And where does the Marquis live? That's his castle in the distance.
Did we get it right?
It's enormous.
He must be richer than King Midas.
So far away.
So it looks like it's sitting on clouds.
Your Majesties, may I present my illustrious owner, the Marquis of Carabas.
We won't get away with this.
Say as little as possible. Leave everything to me. My owner wishes to thank your majesties for your kindness in furnishing new garments.
A trifle.
Nothing at all.
We're so glad you didn't drown. I like his face.
I'm a good swimmer.
But the cat said you were drowning.
Oh, cats exaggerate, your majesty.
It won't work, I tell you.
What's he saying?
My owner would like to invite your majesties to his castle on the faraway mountaintop.
Delighted.
It's quite a distance. We'll travel slowly to better appreciate the view. You'll ride in the royal carriage with us, Marquis.
If you wish, sire.
You'll be excellent company, Marquise.
Will you walk with me to the carriage? He'd be delighted, Princess Pam.
Do you like the flowers, Marquis? Do you prefer winter or summer? Hot dishes or cold dishes? The color red or the color blue?
The Marquis is such an intelligent young man. The less a man speaks, the wiser he is.
They'll make a lovely couple.
Not a moment to waste. I must hurry. The king, queen, and princess must not get to the castle before I do. Otherwise, all is lost. Oh, what a glorious adventure!
This is an outrage.
I don't want to get married.
Quiet!
Captured by a talking dog. Humiliation.
If only we had a better sense of direction, we could have made it to the seashore.
If there's a lesson to be learned in all of this, it's simple enough. Don't borrow money from someone unless you can pay it back. Otherwise, you'll end up with an ogre for your son-in-law.
Keep moving!
Good work, Fleabag. Good work. You're not as dumb as you look.
You're not going to throw me into a deep, dark pit, are you?
Silence!
Sorry. Your ugliness.
You bride-to-be.
Me?
Let me hear you giggle, girl.
You can't be serious.
No! Excellent. That's what I call singing.
I know.
Quiet, Rich! March the prisoners, my guests, further into the castle. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the castle of the Great Ogre! Whee!
Oh, whoa. I hope this goblet is to the Great Ogre's liking.
Everything has to be just so.
He's very hard to please.
Every day we must prepare a wonderful banquet and set it out on the big table.
With the finest china and the best silver, just in case he's in the mood to snack.
If there's anything wrong with these goblets, we'll hear about it.
Sometimes he says the gooseberry punch is too sweet.
Sometimes he says it's too sour.
If it's too sweet, he roars at me and makes me cry.
If it's too sour, he chases me up and down the stairs until I'm ready to faint.
We'd better taste it. The best gooseberry punch I've ever sampled.
Did you hear something?
What am I thinking of? It's him, the Great Ogre.
The courtyard needs sweeping. Hurry with the broom.
Hurry with the mop.
Hurry with the broom. Hurry with the mop. I'm a grinder of grain, not a housemaid.
Hurry.
First chance I get, I'm running away.
Me too.
It won't do you any good.
Servants are always running away, and the Great Ogre always catches them.
Then what?
He locks them up in dungeon cells.
That's where he put your donkey.
All he feeds the prisoners and animals are oyster crackers and water.
Look busy, or else he'll be very angry.
Let's not make him angry, sisters.
This is all Tom's fault.
Coming, Great Ogre.
Patience, Great Ogre.
Why blame Brother Tom?
If we hadn't been looking for those boots, the Great Ogre never would have found us.
I hadn't thought of that.
Think about it.
It's not the Great Ogre.
Who then? More servants.
They don't look like much to me.
The old one. Might do with the kitchen.
Kitchen? What's a kitchen?
You scrub greasy pots and wash dirty dishes.
Don't break any, or else you'll regret it.
What about me? I'm no good when it comes to scrubbing pots and washing dishes.
You can clean the chimneys.
Chimneys?
The soot in the chimney says something awful.
Soot in the chimneys?
My dear cooks, we are not servants. I'll have you know my daughter here will soon marry the Great Ogre.
Marry?
So show a little respect. That's better. Rosalind, until we find a solution to our dilemma, we must make the most of a bad situation. Put down your hands. And dog, you may show us to our apartments. Chin up, head high, Rosalind. Remember, we may be down on our luck, but we're still royalty.
The great ogre married. My.
I wonder what she sees in him.
He's not my idea of the perfect husband.
He's not my idea of the imperfect husband.
He's not my idea of a husband at all.
Coming, great ogre.
Patience, great ogre.
By now the donkey's probably eaten all the oyster crackers.
Think of all the business I've lost at the mill.
If we're not careful, we'll end up in a dungeon cell.
I don't like oyster crackers.
Does anyone know we're here?
Does anyone care?
What is to become of us?
It's not the great ogre.
More servants?
Unless my eyes are deceiving me, it's a cat.
A what?
A cat.
Don't be silly. Cats don't knock on doors.
This one does.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is not a place for you, cat.
I beg to differ.
A talking cat?
If I am not mistaken, all within these walls are prisoners of the great ogre.
That is true. Fate has been unkind.
In that case, consider this your lucky day.
What's that supposed to mean?
I would speak with one and all, bring them all here and announce me.
Aren't you the least bit afraid of the great ogre?
Not at the moment. I saw him outside. Now, if he were inside, it would be a different matter.
What's he doing outside?
He's eating a large tree.
Tree?
He has a large appetite.
I must say, his manners are not the best. He slobbers. What are you waiting for?
We can't unlock the dungeon cells.
We can, however, get the great ogre's bride-to-be and her mother.
Do it, and you'll be on your way to freedom.
Freedom?
Freedom!
Gabrielle, don't you recognize that cat?
Why should I? Seen one cat? Seen them all.
That's Tom's cat.
Don't be silly. That cat was a lazy ball of fur. This fellow is elegant and wears boots. Father's boots!
There, what did we tell you?
The charming sisters of the mill. Gabrielle, Jeanette, Louisa.
How is this possible?
All things are possible when one is a clever puss.
Where's Tom?
He's with the king and queen. They will be here shortly. Mind your manners.
The king?
The queen?
And Princess Pam.
The world is turned upside down. If only I could get back to the mill. If only I could get back to quiet life.
What did you mean about freedom?
Trust me. Down, dog, down! You're done, cat!
Oh, a spear! That's a dog with a spear.
Your days are numbered, cat!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
No cats in the castle, cat!
What?
That's a spear.
Meow. Meow, meow. Did you notice that wonderful table of food?
It's for the great ogre. I never get so much as a scrap. He makes me forage in the garbage for food.
Poor dog. On that table I saw roast beef and lamb and mutton bone soup. Look, there's the cat! The cat!
Where?
There, by the courtyard door! Hurry, he'll get away!
Not from me. I'm too smart for him.
Isn't he a bright dog?
You're the cat.
Tickle, tickle, tickle!
Well, look at that.
What'd you know? Dog's ticklish.
Tickle, tickle, tickle!
Stop! Please, stop! I want you to, can I promise?
That's better. You seem like a nice dog to me.
I am a nice dog. I'm a very nice dog.
Then why do you work for the great ogre?
Why does anyone work with the great ogre? What choice do we have? He kicks me, he yells at me, he never gives me a pat on the head, calls me a flea bag. It's a dog's life.
I think what you need is a new owner. A kind owner.
Oh, yes, how I'd like that.
I think I may know such a person.
Who?
Tom.
Tom?
We animals must stick together. And any ogre who kicks a dog deserves everything that's coming to him.
What's all this talk about a cat and freedom?
Hear ye. Meow, meow, meow. You see before thee feline extraordinaire, Puss in Boots.
He's become quite the gentleman.
He used to catch mice in my father's mill.
If you want to be free of the great ogre, you must do as I tell you.
Anything.
Tell us what you want, Cat.
Free?
I want to be free.
Me too.
Soon there will be visitors at the castle.
Who?
The king, queen, and Princess Pam.
Mad cat. That's what he is. Mad cat.
Mad or not, I will banish the great ogre. But if I am to do so, you must follow my instructions. If anyone asks about the owner of this castle, you will tell them it belongs to... the Marquis of Carabas.
The Marquis of Carabas. I've never heard that name before, and I know everybody worth knowing.
What does it matter if the cat gets rid of the great ogre?
What have we got to lose?
The Marquis of Carabas?
That's all we have to say.
Leave the rest to me.
Open the courtyard door! It is I, the one, the only. The Great
Coming, great ogre.
Patience, great ogre.
Don't keep me waiting!
I hope you know what you're doing, cat.
I do. Hi, diddle diddle. This cat needs no fiddle. The ogre I'll send on his way. Ole!
He's here.
I wouldn't want to be in your boots.
I wouldn't want you in my boots. There's barely enough room for me.
Let me hear some giggles. I want to hear giggles. I love... What's this?
Good day to you, great ogre.
Do I know you, cat?
No, sir, but I know you. That is, I know you by reputation.
Don't run into too many talking cats these days. The old days, it was a different story. Even the unicorns talk.
I couldn't pass so close to your lovely castle without paying my respects. And to ask if it's true.
Is a what true? Cox, where are you, Cox?
What did we do wrong? We're always doing something wrong.
Forgive us, whatever it is.
This gooseberry punch is too sour and too sweet at the same time. I hate gooseberry punch when it's too sour and too sweet at the same time. Get rid of this! You're saying?
I have been told that you have the power to turn yourself into any kind of big animal you wish.
And that is true.
How amazing.
And that is also true.
I don't suppose it would be possible, meow, that is, meow, to see some of your power?
Oh, why not? I enjoy showing off. What shall it be? A gorilla? A lion? I have it! A crocodile.
That would be most interesting.
It'll only take a moment. Don't go away.
It's working! Hi, diddle diddle. I don't need a fiddle.
Are you ready?
Ready when you are, great ogre.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Here I come.
I'm waiting. Remarkable.
Now we'll play hide and seek.
Play hide and seek?
My favorite game. I'll hide, you seek.
You're serious about this game of hide and seek?
Obey me.
Whatever you say, you're the great ogre. You command, I obey.
Hide and seek. Hide and seek.
Goodness, what a strange creature this great ogre is. I've got more important fish to fry than a game of hide and seek.
What a day.
What a day.
That will be the king. Remember your promise.
The Marquis of Carabas. Yes, yes.
He'll be the young man with the princess. Welcome him by name.
What a delightful carriage ride.
It certainly whetted my appetite.
A fine castle, such a magnificent forest.
Welcome, welcome, your majesties.
Ah, my dear friend, how nice to see you again.
Monsieur Puss in Boots.
Welcome home, Monsieur Marquis of Carabas.
The Marquis is home.
How happy your dog is to see you.
It would seem so. Good dog. Good dog.
Please, your majesties, into the castle. A great feast has been prepared to welcome you.
Such thoughtfulness.
Splendid, splendid.
I can't imagine why I haven't heard before. We truly should have a king.
You go along with your parents, Princess Pam. I'd like a word with my servant.
Don't be too long.
I won't.
Things are going awfully well. Don't you think so, sir?
I have the feeling I'm dreaming. Whose castle is this, anyways?
You heard what the cook said. It belongs to the Marquis of Carabas.
That's me.
Thanks to Puss in Boots.
It's so hard to understand what's happening here.
Guess what? Your sisters are here.
What?
But don't worry. Believe me, they'll be happy to see you, and they won't say a word.
Where are you, cat?
Who's that?
It's the man who cleans out the moat. You wouldn't want to meet him. He's a terrible bore.
But...
Mustn't keep the princess
The
waiting.
princess, yes.
Why didn't you play hide and seek?
But I did play.
Eh?
I searched and searched, but couldn't find you. You are much too clever for me. I must work fast. The others mustn't see him. Great Ogre, sir.
What is it, cat?
Meow. I have heard people say, and this I cannot believe, that you also have the power to take the form of small creatures?
And that is true, but legend says if I take the form of a small creature, I can't change back.
A great ogre like yourself, not able to change back from a small rat or mouse? Impossible! I can't believe it.
You doubt the powers of the great ogre? Impossible! Well, you shall see for yourself. A mouse is smaller than a rat, so a mouse it shall be.
Impossible!
Bah!
Impossible, impossible, impossible! It's not impossible. Here he comes, the mouse. Here, mousy, 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 mousy. Nice, mousy, mousy, mousy. Come to Puss. Gotcha! I have only one thing to say to you, great ogre. You'll make a great pet.
Free! We heard thunder and our dungeon doors flung open.
I'm glad.
Is it true? Is the power of the great ogre gone forever?
Gone forever. So is the great ogre. You'll never see him again.
Did you have something to do with it?
You might say that.
Oh, thank you.
Do my eyes deceive me? Is that a cat?
Tell the other prisoners they owe their freedom and their loyalty to the Marquis of Carabas.
Yes, the Marquis of Carabas.
Whoever that is.
It is a cat, isn't it?
We're free! The great ogre's gone forever!
No more oyster crackers!
Wonderful news, Monsieur Puss.
You mean about the ogre?
Ogre? What ogre?
Did I say ogre? I didn't say ogre. I said, OG, Prince Edmund, I got you a pet. Now, what was the wonderful news?
See for yourself.
There's going to be a wedding, Puss.
I figured there would be.
I'm to be the king's son-in-law.
Son-in-law?
We intend on living happily ever after.
That's the way these things usually turn out.
I'll cheer for the happy couple.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You're a smart cat, Puss.
Animals are much brighter than people think. But you already know that, don't you? From the looks of you, I'm surprised you can think.
Insult, smart cat. Mind your tongue, Puss in Boots, or I'll take one of your 9 lives.
Insolent coachman.
Arrogant, Puss.
On guard, meow! I thrust!
Spare me, Puss in Boots. I had no idea you were such a jerk.
Now you know. Touche. Do not praise me, coachman. Praise my owner, for it's he who has taught me how to fence.
In that case, the more you get the side of his horse.
I return your weapon, courtesy of my owner, the Marquis.
I shall take the partridge. I shall take the partridge to the gang.
I've changed my mind. I shall deliver it in person. You may lead the way, shouting my owner's praise.
The Marquis of